Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to you all, dear friends and subscribers, you're all friends really. This is Catania Alvin speaking from Canada, and I was just deciding to do a little bit of checking up and video shooting. So there is a purge going on. I'm just going to play Laura Eisenhower for a moment. Here we go. She's talking to Magenta Pixie.
I think there's a massive, growth period in such a huge way that, getting back to just the heart of hearts, because the thing is, people, the labels. We're either labeled, a grand title that gives us that feeling of authority, or people are labeled a disease that makes them feel less than, or that they can't get up to par. And just the judgments of, the word poverty or poor or, all these different things. I think we're going to realize that as the world is falling, the labels are falling. Disease will no longer have these projections. They will remind us that these are transformative triggers for us to get closer to ourselves. And the labels of, things like science won't be a dead science that doesn't appreciate spirituality. And so if we can, allow the melding and the integration of all these fragments to come together, then we'll be more whole. But if we first do that within ourselves, we're going to see the world respond to us. So we have to pull in the right, left brain. We have to pull in all these, different aspects of self to know that they don't operate separately. And once we do that, then we'll see how all the dots connect and how all these different positions in the world, how all these dots connect in the true human ecosystem on a soul level will begin to activate and become a part of nature, become a part of ascension, become a part of the cosmic and natural laws that are encoded with the Great Awakening. Everything else is literally, there's no choice but to fall away, and there's no way to turn back what's already happened because it's real.
It's interesting. She says there's no way to turn back. Now, I want to bring something up on that very thing. I'm going to bring my YouTube channel across. It might surprise you a little, but I want to read what I've got up there. The mind, once enlightened, cannot again become dark. And that was Thomas Paine. Now, very interesting, because as you know, when you've looked at my website before, or my YouTube channel, there've been quite a lot of YouTubes in there, but it's empty. Somebody's been in and cleared it out. Well, that isn't really a badge of honor, actually, because obviously it's quite clear that what I've been saying has not been liked by somebody. It's triggered them to do something. Now let's have a little look at Magenta Pixies. Oh, problem with hers as well. So they've been doing a clean sweep. So here we've got the two of them up here. And I think if we go on a little bit, we'll hear Magenta Pixie.
Falsity expires, and that's why they need the transhumanism and the AI to keep...
So, falsity. Am I going to get upset or bothered because I see this? How many did I have in there? Oh, well over 100. This is the second time it's happened. But then we should expect this, because it shows that actually what we're doing is pertinent and they don't like it. So I'm sorry, guys, you don't fuss me. All those of you who would clear out my channel. I will, of course, go to another channel. I've got all the videos and I'll just put them up there. So I will perhaps say bye-bye to you, you who think you can control us, and wish you well. Okay, I hope you stay well. And anyone who comes onto this YouTube to find this one uploaded, maybe one or two more, then I will guide you as to where I'm going to go. Okay, but it won't be YouTube. So we'll just carry on and listen to Laura Eisenhower for a bit longer.
The life cycle with the false to keep us as a food source. But once the authentic steps in, there's no turning back. And once you go into a death cycle, transformation cycle, there's no way to go into a cocoon and get back out again and be that caterpillar. So as the world is changing, I think it's really important for people, to recognize that this is the first chance we've been given in thousands of years to truly get to know ourselves and drop these labels and reinvent ourselves on our own terms, not what's been pushed onto us.
And it must happen. That's another thing. I think people who are lost with this and seeing it as something so awful, what on earth is happening to this world, it's dreadful, why isn't somebody stopping it? I think those people need to realise that this must happen, because how it was before was not working at all.
Absolutely, Magenta Pix is quite right, because it was all under the surface. The number of children, thousands of children, have been spirited away and abused and hidden in tunnels, and the most dastardly things done to them. There are so many and so much evilness that has been going on in this world that it's had to come to the surface. The mere fact of seeing this, and in Magenta Pix's this, is a very, it simply is an example of those people, those group of people who are probably very much less than the 1% now, are so desperate. They cannot bear to have any opposition. They cannot bear. And let's read this that I wrote earlier. And yes, and I will read it out here. Notice, to whom it may concern, and those who cleared my account, it concerns you as well, i.e. all government agencies or private companies or agencies who try to prevent my freedom of movement or my freedom of choice. Please notice, I do not consent. So I'm smiling at you. I don't consent to having any vaccinations or having any inoculations or any medication of any sort. I do not consent to have my freedom of movement being interfered with. I am a sovereign being. I'm not getting mad. Why should I waste my energy on you? So I just set along my path and move on and leave you behind. So bye-bye those who enjoyed, probably didn't even notice clearing my account out, but the mind, once enlightened, cannot become dark again. So at some point your minds are going to become enlightened and you will go, oh my God. But along with that, oh my God, which happens to us all, you will feel the anguish and the pain of what you have done to others, and you will feel it 10 times over. That is karma. So karma is sweet. Have a happy day. So on with Magenta Pixie.
Everything was done in the shadows. Everything was done in secret, but it's so dark and so awful, it has to come up to the surface. When it comes up to the surface, and at the same time that reflects our own shadow, as you say, that's very, very difficult for people to see, but the only way that it can crumble and fall and restructure is for it to be seen, and that's exactly what is happening. So we have to sort of, in a way, surrender to the process and watch it happen, even whilst at the same time we are participatory in that process. Many people are asking me, what should I do? What should I do? And I would say, well, number one, remember and know that you are part of a team. Because so many people think they're alone with it, and they look in their small community and think, well, there's 3 people that know the truth, and several thousand that don't. Look at the bigger picture. We are a massive team of light. The cabal are, one person said to me, we're so low in numbers. We're actually not. We are actually very high in numbers. I don't know whether there's more of us than there are of the cabal. What I do know is that the cabal are fragmented, and there's sub-factions that disagree, so they're trying to divide us, but they are divided also. If we can come into the unity, even if it's just the awakened individuals in that sort of new world scenario, rather than those in the false narrative that are coming into that paradigm, even if it's just those individuals, what the Nine say to me is, even if you are minority in number, that isn't what creates the changes in reality. That's not what adds to critical mass or creates futures. It's to do with our energetics. It's, as you said, we have wings. It's to do with the fact that the auric field and the matrix gives out a signal. So when you look at the planet, as in where is the light and where is the darkness, the light has been larger than the darkness and in the majority for a long time, specifically since 2012, because that's what this is all about.
Look, we can see the light really shows this up, doesn't it? All those who might come here and see this will be enlightened, because you can see what somebody else has done to all the YouTubes on this channel. They've trashed somebody's work without a thought, probably. And also when we look at Magenta Pixie's channel, they've trashed her work, probably without a thought. But that karma will come back to people, and then they will have to feel the dark. And then they will have to feel the dark. I'm not threatening. It's just part of the natural flow of things. And this is what is happening. This is what Magenta Pixie is saying. These things had to come up. We had to see what the creators of this COVID-19 fabrication, this hoax to try to get all the people of the planet to be vaccinated and what have you, and become little puppets to the dark. It can be seen. It's so clear. And more people are waking up. And sorry guys, you can't stop it.